The first thing we're going to talk about is the NFL is starting to crack down on face masks. So we've seen a lot of custom face masks kind of come out through the last couple of years, but now the NFL is starting to kind of fight against it and say, yeah, you can't wear this. A good example here is going to be Maxx Crosby. We've talked about it a little bit on the channel. He had this really unique mask. It should be popping up on the screen here in a bit. And the NFL basically said, yeah, you can't wear that anymore. Tony knows a little bit more about why they're cracking down and kind of all the specifics, but it's kind of unfortunate to see.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird timing. So we basically saw, by the way, you guys can see the Maxx Crosby photo, right?
Yes, I can now. It just loaded.
Okay, cool. So yeah, basically what happened was last week, Maxx Crosby switched into back into a speed flex with a standard face mask. Wasn't sure why, but you kind of just live with it because I thought maybe he was experimenting with a different helmet, which he still might be. But we had another source of ours that just reached out randomly to us and was like, hey, just so you know, the reason Maxx Crosby's not in that face mask anymore is because the NFL is cracking down on non-SEI regulated face masks, which is basically part of one of the safety standards for creating these face masks. You can't just throw some random thing together and wear it on the field. So it kind of looks like as the NFL normally does, that as soon as someone stepped in and was doing something, there's a rule and people start to take advantage of the fact that there's no rule, then that's when the NFL normally steps in and kind of goes a little deeper and starts to kind of crack down on it. So the biggest one that we saw was Maxx Crosby, and he switched out of it. The weird one, though, is going to be the Jalen Ramsey face mask. So with the Jalen Ramsey face mask, that face mask was created by Jalen Ramsey, initially created by BA Masks, and then he wore that one. That one got so popular that Riddell started to make that face mask themselves as a custom style, which meant it was SEI verified. So that meant that with that mask, now that one is being worn. So if you see it on Derwin James, Jamal Adams, there's a D lineman on the Chiefs that wears it, and then Jalen Ramsey. Yeah. That one's made by Riddell, not made by BA Masks. The interesting thing with it, though, is the fact that now Jalen Ramsey has been testing out an F7. And so with him testing that F7, he had BA Masks make that mask again for him, but to fit an F7 instead of a Speed Flex. But that meant he's now back in a non-SEI verified one. And that means that Derwin James, Jamal Adams, and this other guy can wear his face mask in the Speed Flex, which it's verified for, even though Jalen Ramsey's wearing the identical face mask, he can't wear it. Now, we don't really know what's going to happen with this. If who knows? Maybe when Jalen Ramsey comes back, then they crack down on him, and maybe that means he doesn't wear the F7. Maybe it also means that the NFL will see this and also be like, okay, that's also a dumb rule. The fact that these are identical and one's allowed and one's not. But at the same time, a random person could jerry-rig together a standard-looking face mask and it wouldn't be verified. So it's kind of in a weird place. But I just kind of want to see how they handle it. And all I'm curious about is what the NFL is going to do moving forward, if they're going to get rid of all the stuff. I don't know. It's the same thing. My post about it got a lot of traction this week, and it's because a lot of people are pissed and they're calling it the No Fun League, and that's the way it's been.
I mean, I'm right there with everybody else, calling it the No Fun League, because I feel like there's so few ways to really do anything different these days with your equipment. And I feel like face masks, custom face masks, were just starting to break onto the scene and be really cool. Since they banned all the overbuilt, the Justin Tuck face masks and stuff. I feel like it was just a really cool thing, and now they're taking that away. So kind of a bummer. I really like Maxx Crosby's mask too. It made its way into the best helmet setups video we did. I thought it was really cool, and then how the triangle stands for his sobriety against alcoholism. I thought that was really cool, but the NFL said no, you wear normal face mask, Maxx Crosby.